What is going on, YouTubers? Today coming back with another replica, as I promised to you guys when I did the unboxing and the hands-on of this iPhone 16 Pro Max replica, and for the first time seeing the Helio G35 on it. Well, a lot of you guys put some attention, and this is great because many people also comment and tell me all kinds of stories saying that they just got scammed, that they wish they had seen a video like this before. So before we get started, guys, I would like to provide the following disclaimer. This video is only intended for educational and entertainment purposes. This is not a promotion of the fake, and for such, links and sources are not provided. So this is the second device that came from China from my source, and it came along here with the iPhone 16 Pro Max, which everything is still working great, guys. And by the way, in case you are curious, I still have the Samsung Galaxy S24, the fake one, and as you can tell, it is still functional. Sometimes the battery dies beyond its limits, and it takes a while to charge and come back on, but as you can see, it is a functional device, and this is the fake that I showed you guys last year. And also we had the iPhone 15 Pro Max. You can see we don't have that little camera button like we do on the 16 Pro Max. And this one is also functional. Let's go ahead and enter my passcode. There we go. And again, the battery does take a little bit longer because sometimes I just let them die and they stay there for quite a while. But as you can tell, it is still functional, guys. So when it comes to them lasting, well, I don't know. I don't use them on a daily basis. But it's still, guys, just be careful out there. These things are flooding the market, or the black market, should I say, and they are everywhere. So yes, it came inside of this little cover, in which hides its true identity. Underneath, this is what you guys will be getting. So let me grab my trusty knife here and see if we can pop it open. There we go. I think I just messed up the pull tab, but that's okay. You're still gonna get it open. It comes with pull tabs just like the real deal, but we know the real deal doesn't come with this kind of wrapper. So that's an indication right there, guys. And we do have these little pull tabs in which they have different directions, but I can tell you right now, guys, these are not smooth like the real deal. So right there, you are given an easy one. If it takes you more than a normal pull, the top one was a little bit better, but maybe that's because I already messed it up with a knife. But yes, the pull tabs were not very easy. Here we have the Galaxy S25 Ultra logos, and yes, guys, I have to go through the box because this is the first indication. You know, sometimes we can find clues on here that tells you which one is the fake and which one is the real one. Unfortunately, guys, for this video, I don't have the real one to compare, but maybe we can just look at other things physically. And a lot of people don't have the real one to compare when they buy these, you know, in places such as Facebook, OfferUp, and many other online sites that you can get easily scammed, guys. So right here in the box, we have the imprints that say Galaxy S25 Ultra. And then on this side here, we have the IMEI and serial numbers, as you can tell. And they are claiming that this is the 12 gigabytes, 512 gigabytes titanium black, made in Vietnam, in which we know that all of this is just a copy and paste, guys. Now, I gotta say, first impressions, they look quite impressive, with the exception that the manual side here, where everything, all the booklets supposed to be, it feels very lightweight. We do get a USB Type-C to USB Type-C wire. So look at that, guys. We get two SIM poppers. We get the wire, and that's everything we get inside of the box and nothing more. So this is the device, and something I want to compare here is going to be the thickness. We know that thickness is going to be a given on these. So I'm trying to pull it out. There we go. It was a little bit tight. But let's go ahead and compare last year's. And this one has more of squarish corners. This one is a little bit more rounded. Okay, we know those were some of the differences between the S24 Ultra and the S25. But as per the size, They seem very, very close. And right here we have the S Pens, we have the loudspeakers, the microphones. This one, the new one, the new replica, is actually a little bit narrower. And check this out, guys. Wow, this is crazy. Let's go ahead and compare here. I can see the bezels on this fake one. It's actually quite similar to last year's. I'm just doing some observations. It feels lighter already, a little bit on the hand. Let's go ahead and get it started. On the front here, guys, we have a true, I believe this is a 5 megapixel, 5 to 8 megapixels is usually what they are. Right here we can see the boot up screen, the logos. And then on the rear, we don't have those fancy cameras like the 250 megapixels and the 200 megapixels that we see on the real deals. These are just going to be one camera, and you are probably getting a 12 megapixel maximum on the back, and it's only going to be one functional camera. Now we do get 6 gigabytes of RAM, the Helio G35, and 128 gigabytes of internal storage, guys. So let's go ahead and get started here with the setup. It is already asking us to enter a SIM card. Let's go ahead and agree to everything. I don't think it really matters. Let's skip this for now. We're also going to skip this for now. It says finish. You're all set up. And as you can tell, guys, the settings are a lot different to what we see on things like the iPhone replicas. It was very, very quick. And here we have the user interface, guys. Now, what I can tell you right now is that it feels very, very smooth and kind of snappy, and the display seems to be better made than the S24 Ultra that we saw last year. Let's go ahead and compare here the systems. Let's go ahead and increase the brightness on it, okay? And well, you can tell that, I mean, you probably can't tell that here from a simple glance, but actually you can. I mean, you can see how this one is just like very choppy, and I'm talking about the S24. And then this year's S25 replica, because of that new processor that I've been mentioning that are coming out with the replicas, is actually making it a lot smoother to use. As you guys can tell right here, it does feel different. However, I still say that the S24 Ultra Fake does feel a little bit heavier. For that, let's go ahead and confirm here the weight, guys. Let's go ahead and turn on my weight scale. And I believe I have it in grams, and no, I don't have it in grams. Let's go ahead and place it in grams. There we go. So this one here is 222 grams, and the fake from last year is 238 grams. So I was correct. This one is a little bit heavier. Does that mean anything? Well, it is a replica. I don't think it really means anything. It just means that it is a little bit lighter. But right here, you guys can see that the colors of the display are simulating to be those of the quality of the real Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, guys. So we got things here like settings. Let's go into about phone, and then let's go into software information, and it is simulating to have Android 15. I don't think that's the real Android 15. As a matter of fact, it has been blocked to show us that little animation once you click on it several times. So I would assume that this has to be like the same with the iPhone 16 Pro Max. It has to be between Android 10 and Android 12 at the most. But I'm just very impressed to see how they have mimicked everything on here, guys. I mean, just look at the settings. They look so close to the real thing. It is just phenomenal, guys. Of course, we have here, the settings, again, simulating to be very, very similar to those found on the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. So, of course, we have an S Pen. By the way, if you look here on the left-hand side, we only have the little antenna on the frame right there. On the top, we have what appears to be the secondary microphones. And then on the right, we have the volume rockers up and down with the power key, and also the antennas here on the frame as well. Towards the bottom, we have the USB Type-C with the SIM tray. Now the SIM tray, let's go ahead and pop it open. Let's see if it is a dual SIM tray. And from the looks of it, you can put a SIM card on both sides, guys. very cool. And also we had the USB Type-C right on there. We get the loudspeaker and of course the S Pen. The S Pen does click. I remember back in the days, these S Pens, you had to kind of like stick your nail in there and pull it out. But now they have different features, guys. So this, I don't think is a functional button. And no, it is not a functional button like the ones that you will see on the real deal. So this one, I would say it's extremely easy to tell if it is a real device or a fake, just because of the S Pen. It makes it extremely easy. So let's try here, screen write real quick. And as you can tell, it's kind of laggy. So let's see. Yeah, it's kind of laggy, guys. I mean, it's almost, I think I can do a better job with my finger than I can with this S Pen, as you can tell. So, hello, YouTube. Yes, my finger works way better. So, yes, on the S Pen, on this particular replica, it is not good at all. Now, just keep in mind, guys, this doesn't mean that down the line, they're going to perfect it and make it a whole lot better. So for a second here, guys, I'm going to go ahead and log into my Wi-Fi, activate the Play Store, and we go from there. Now, I just set up the Wi-Fi and also my Gmail account. And as I was doing so, check this out, guys. It is very awkward to get a update for the software on replicas. And as you can tell, we have a new update that ran through here, and as you can tell, it is about 79.7 megabytes. So of course we're going to go ahead and start the download, but again, this is very awkward to get it on replicas. And here we are on this cheap Chinese replica getting a over-the-air update, which again, very rare. Well, I went ahead and got a haircut and left this downloading this particular game, which is Bolt. And as you guys can tell, it is functioning great. And comparing this to the iPhone 16 Pro Max replica, the reason I'm comparing them is because they both have the Helio G35. This one has a cleaner version of the Android system. You know that both of them are running Android, but this one is running a little bit better just because there's not so much software optimization like it is with the 16 Pro Max, in which it causes it to lag quite dramatically, guys. So here we have things like the camera. The camera, surprisingly enough, it's able to focus, especially on the video side and even on the photo side. I was playing with it earlier. It does mimic to have the 10 times. This is not optical, or actually it is optical zoom, not digital zoom is what I meant to say. So the zooming part is actually quite impressive here, at least from my desk to the box. I don't know if that even counts, but I mean, the details are okay if you leave the phone 100% steady. You can see the box little like lines and whatnot. So you can see when you get close to the box, you can see the cardboard right there. I mean, you can still see it here with this fake one, but it doesn't compare at all with the OEM device, the original product. This is the front-facing camera. You can see I just got a fresh haircut not too long ago. And the front-facing camera, it just works like any standard Chinese replica camera, nothing to brag about. On the feature side, we have things like portrait, we have video, and we have photos. That's pretty much it. And then on here we got settings in which you can change the video quality. I believe you can go up to 1080p, but you can see how this is like a generic type of user interface for the camera. Nothing that compares to the real deal, guys. Now keep in mind that this one here, like I've been saying, is very easy to tell that it is a fake by just looking at the S Pen. They don't have that button that I told you guys earlier, and that's a great way to tell. Now here I'm going to play a little YouTube video so that way you can hear the sound coming from the speakers. So let's go ahead and update here YouTube, so that way we can play a video, and I'll be right back. And right here it is. You can see how the user interface is quite okay, guys, and it does lag a tad bit, but keep in mind that the Helio G35, it is not considered a powerhouse. But I am impressed, guys, by many different factors here. One of them is going to be the display. The colors are very vibrant, even though this is not a Quad HD display or anything that we can be impressed about. It is not even 120 hertz like the real deal, but this thing is impressive in many other aspects. If you compare this to previous clones, I would say maybe within the past, even last year's clone is not as good as this one. And I forgot that I did add that cover, that protector here for the cameras. But even this one from last year, guys, it doesn't work, not even close to the real deal, or not the real deal, I'm sorry, to this other replica, which is the S25 Ultra. And even on the lock screen, you notice how lagged. That's because this one has the MTK 6580, guys. It is almost unusable. I can't even play games on here like I can now with this replica. So these are things that you must know, guys, in case you encounter one of these on the streets. Even though, like I said, it is easy to tell which one is which, or you can tell easily that this one is a fake. Well, you still need to be very careful, guys. So let's go ahead and play here any trailer. Just to quickly check the quality on the speaker. So let's play this one here. Let's increase the volume.
Drinks all around. Family, you don't get to pick the one you get. Just gotta love the one you got.
I always knew this day would come.
I got it.
I don't think.
And there we have it, guys. The speakers are, they're listenable, if that's a word. You can hear them. They're not going to blow your head off. They're not going to be impressive like the real deals are. If you compare the original iPhone 16 Pro Max and the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, those are premium devices, and they are one of the best Android and iOS devices in the market, and we can't deny the fact that they work absolutely phenomenal. This one, when it comes to the speaker quality, referring to it as the fake, they're not that great. We only have one speaker at the bottom and not on the top, so it is not going to give you that stereo feeling. But yes, you can listen to it. You can easily watch a movie on here. And I am more than confident that you can fit cases on this particular device, guys. So these are some of the apps that are available. So you have things like the browser. The browser has been copied from the Samsung devices, as you guys can probably tell. We can navigate, let's say, I don't know, ebay.com. Let's see how fast it loads. Now, this is not Wi-Fi 6. It is not any of those, fancy little features that we find on the more premium devices, but it does work, as you guys can tell right here. Let's go ahead and type YouTube, and let's see how fast the browser gets there. And as you can tell, it is not that fast, but it gets the job done, I guess, and you could use it if you want to. So we got things here like the text messages, and something I want to do here is start #06#. This is the IMEI information that is currently showing. We have the Apps Edge here. I don't know if it's called Apps Edge anymore. I think this is from the older generations, but we do have a feature that kind of simulates to be like the real deal, I guess. I tried turning on the flashlight using this toggle, and it didn't do anything on the back, so I would assume that that's maybe a little bug that we have on here. But then if you use it directly here from the toggles, you can see that in fact we do have a flashlight, and it does work, guys. Besides that, everything else is just standard on here. Let's go ahead and try, I don't know, let's try the Gemini. And yes, we do have the Google search with Gemini. I guess that's standard now with many Android devices, and it seems to be working, guys. So we have the notification centers on here. We have, I already showed you guys the settings. We had the OneDrive. A lot of these things are going to be fake, or even if they're not fake, assuming that you can actually log in into your account, I still want to recommend it because of the fact that you can get hacked. You never know what kind of malware is in this device. I take the risk for you because I know that the accounts I'm using, they're not really important. So yeah, just be careful with that, guys. So these are all the apps that came pre-installed on here, including the camera with the OneDrive, message, internet, music, files, yada yada. The list goes on, guys. So these are some of the preloaded videos that came with the phone. And yeah, I gotta tell you guys, this thing feels, looks, and you can say even smells like the real deal. You have to be careful out there, guys. If there's any other specifics that you would like to see about this particular phone, let me know in the comment section below and I will do my best to show you. So far we do know that we got an update. I did get an update months back with this one as well, which is the S24 Ultra. And with this one I haven't gotten any software updates, but what I can tell you guys is that these two replicas are the best that I've ever unboxed and show you guys here on the channel. As a precautionary measure, these two replicas are truly amazing. I mean, you can just tell by how fluent and how quickly the user interface moves. And I know this doesn't really tell you, how it really works. It just gives you a little visual, but again, you guys can understand what I'm coming from. These things are getting better and harder to detect. So just be careful and don't waste your money. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next one.